A tale of love and destiny. Martha was the kind of woman who turned heads wherever she went. Her beauty was undeniable, her figure graceful and captivating, and her dress sense impeccable. Every outfit perfectly suited her, exuding sophistication and confidence. But beyond her physical charm, she was brilliant, lively, and deeply God-fearing. Martha was the kind of person whose presence filled a room, effortlessly stealing the show without trying. After graduating from university, Martha was posted to Delta State for her National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. Her family in Lagos urged her to reject the posting and remain close to home, but Martha felt a strange pull to Delta. It wasn't even one of the states she had chosen during her registration. When she confronted the man who had registered her, he admitted to mistakenly replacing one of her options with Delta. While others might have sought a correction, Martha felt this was divine intervention, an intentional detour by God that she had to follow. She couldn't abandon God's plan. In Delta, during her NYSC orientation camp, many of her peers paid to influence their place of primary assignment, PPA. But Martha stood firm, determined to trust in what was meant for her. She was posted to Amazing Grace International College, located in the beautiful town of Agbor. It turned out to be a decision that would change her life. At her new PPA, Martha quickly became a favorite. Her vibrant personality, lovable nature, and fierce sense of justice endeared her to both students and teachers. Among the other Corps members serving at the school, one stood out, Lucky. Lucky was a batch ahead of Martha, and he exuded confidence, charm, and intelligence. As the Corps Liaison Officer, CLO, he had a reputation for being a natural leader. Over time, Martha and Lucky became close friends, their connection rooted in mutual respect and understanding. They joked, worked, and supported one another, sharing a unique bond that others couldn't help but notice. Rumors began to spread that they were more than friends, but they dismissed them with laughter. "We're just friends," they'd insist. One defining moment in their friendship came when Lucky proposed a salary increase for Corps members to the school's principal. The proposal sparked tension. One day, the principal called each Corps member individually to discuss the matter. When it was Martha's turn, she walked into the staff room visibly angry. Her colleagues immediately asked what had happened. The principal asked why I didn't come immediately when called, Martha explained, still fuming. "I told him I was in class when the messenger came, so I sent her back to say I'd be there in a few minutes. Didn't she deliver my message?" Her colleagues confirmed seeing her rush to the office after finishing her lesson, but the principal had refused her explanation. The discussion escalated when Martha defended herself and their proposal against what she felt were unfair accusations. In frustration, she left the office, slamming the door behind her. Unbeknownst to her, the door locked automatically, leaving the principal stuck inside. The incident led to a formal query, with a threat to deduct money from her salary. But Martha, determined not to be intimidated, refused to apologize. It wasn't until Lucky intervened that she softened her stance. The school quickly realized that Lucky was the only person who could calm her, and they often used him to mediate when Martha's stubbornness got the better of her. Their connection grew deeper, but Martha never suspected it might be more than friendship. Even as Lucky completed his service and returned to his hometown in Edo State, their bond remained strong. Months later, Martha received a call from Lucky. She was overjoyed. "Martha, wow. I thought I would not hear from you again. Since I no longer have your contact, I've missed you," he said. "I'm in the UK now for my master's degree." "Oh my God," with excitement, "I thought you had forgotten about me." "Lucky, how could I possibly forget the woman I love?" Martha was stunned. "What? You love me?" she laughed, brushing it off as a joke. But Lucky wasn't joking. He began posting her pictures online, showering her with compliments, and confessing his feelings repeatedly. Martha, still skeptical, kept her guard up. How could he suddenly love me after all this time? She wondered. Then, one day, Lucky surprised her by returning from the UK unannounced. He stood at her doorstep, holding flowers and smiling. Their hug was filled with unspoken emotions, and Martha finally admitted to herself that she had loved him all along. Their relationship seemed perfect. They encouraged each other, prayed together, and shared a deep understanding that felt rare. But Lucky had confessed something early on. He had someone in the UK, though he claimed it wasn't serious. Over time, Lucky's actions contradicted his words. He began pulling away, responding less often, and eventually ghosting Martha altogether. Heartbroken, Martha tried to move on. But Lucky returned, apologizing and promising he was ready to commit fully. Their connection reignited, stronger than ever. Friends and family were hopeful that this time, it would last. But one morning, Lucky abruptly blocked her on all platforms, leaving only a cryptic message: "I need time to myself. It's not your fault, but I can't handle the pressure right now. Please don't message me further." Martha was devastated. Months passed, and she resolved to let go of him completely. Just as she began finding her footing again, Lucky reappeared, begging for another chance. Martha stood at a crossroads, her heart torn between love and self-preservation. Only time would reveal whether destiny would bring them together once and for all, or teach her to find peace without him. If you were Martha, would you forgive Lucky and give him another chance to love? The end. Leave your comments.